Okay, welcome to step 3. Um, Honestly, we're not going to be able to finish all of this in class. So if you're watching this far, congratulations. Thank you for wanting to learn. Um, Honestly, though, it's just repeating stuff and expanding what we should already know by now. But that is most of code. So what we're going to do is we need to create an enumeration. We're going to create a private enum, and it's going to be called AI states. Okay, and this should be lowercase. Our AI states are going to have 3 states. We're going to have idle, wander, or not, I guess it could be wander. Let's just do wander instead of patrol, it's easier. And then we're going to have move to moving, or I guess command move, so it's clear. And then let's also do rotating. Okay, like this. Just for example, some states. Then let's give ourselves a variable of an AI. Oh gosh, let's give ourselves a variable here, a private AI state, and let's call it our AI state. Give it a default value of idle. So by default, we're going to be idling, lowercase AI state. Great, we did that, amazing. So now, what we need to do is when we enter a state, we want to do a bunch of different logic to drive what we're trying to do. Now, as a programmer, you should be spending time thinking about what you're doing before you start doing it and waste a bunch of time. But don't worry if you do that, because I also waste a bunch of time myself. What we're going to do, let's look at our idle. Idle happens once we have reached our destination / finished an attack. That's when we're going to idle. Wander. Wander is going to happen if we haven't interacted with our character for X seconds. And that tells us we need a variable. Serialized field, private float, interaction timer. Or let's call it board timer. Good value of 1 something. I don't know, it doesn't matter. Great. Command move happens when told to move, cannot exit until cannot exit unless attack is given. Exits into idle. And then happens when attack is called, can only be canceled by move. And then when finished, goes into idle. Here's what we're going to do. Let's start by having our idle animation process. We know that we start in idle, so let us just make a function for it, our private enumerator, and we can reuse our coroutine we made earlier. Where is it? I'm blind. Our is rotating. Let's probably rename it to state routine. Okay, and what we're going to do is very straightforward. We're going to have our private enumerator, and then it's going to be called idle state routine, or not even. We're just going to say yield return new, and no, we're not going to do it that way because that's bad. We're not bad programmers, we're good programmers. Private static read only, or I guess it can't be private and static and read only, but it can be a private wait for seconds, and it's going to be called idle timer equals, and then I don't think we can say new board timer. That would be really nice if we could. Yeah, no, we can't, because it doesn't exist at that point. What we can do is we can say over here, idle timer equals new, wait for seconds, and then our idle board timer yield return idle timer, and then if this completes, then we should enter idling. Sorry, we should enter wander if our state is not a command. So we're going to say if, and then our AI state is, and then idle. And if it is, well, then let us go and wander. Wonder can just be another coroutine, maybe just like an infinite coroutine when they reach a point, or maybe we can just make them move to target and choose a random target for them. Move to target. Okay. And then right after we say move to target, let's say that AI state is equal to wander, just to correct any issues. And in here, we're going to move to a target, which is just going to be transform dot position plus, and then it's going to be, let's get a vector 3, that's going to be called random sphere, random dot inside unit sphere. So this is just a random sphere with a radius of 1 multiplied by our 10, which is like search distance or whatever. You can make another variable for it if you want. And again, this is what I'm saying, you should have a flyweight because so many variables, it gets so big so quick. Multiplied by 10, and then finally, we want to, this can honestly, this could be a vector 2, and this could be inside unit circle. And then we need a vector 3, that's going to be called our new vec, which is going to be equal to our transform position. And we're going to say new vec dot x plus equals random sphere dot x and z. So we're combining these. Unfortunately, there is no way to swizzle, but this is essentially swizzling. And then finally, we'll pass through our new vec. Okay, so the idea is that if we have a point where we are, then assuming we're on a flat surface, we're doing a circle check, and we're going all the way around. You might not want to assume we're on a flat surface, so another option you could do is you could cast straight down, and then just check to see if you hit anything. So I am going to add that code, because maybe you want to add mountains into the game, and not having that, this would just screw you over entirely. So what we want to do is, before we do this bit, let's say physics dot physics dot raycast, and we're going to raycast from, and it's going to be our random sphere. But before we do, let's cast this to a vector 3, and then we're going to say that our z is equal to our y, and our y is equal to, and then just some egregiously huge number like 1,000. Random sphere is our starting position, and our ending position is going to be vector 3 dot down times 1,000. I guess vector 3 dot down isn't a thing, so we're going to say vector 3 dot down multiplied by negative 100 or negative 1,000. So we're going straight vertically casting up and down, and then we just need to return the thing that we've hit. So raycast hit, or out raycast hit object hit, and I actually made a mistake here. This would just be negative up, and then over here we would say 1,000. And then finally we need our finally we need our layer mask, so static utilities, and it's just going to be our ground layers. Everything comes into play, absolutely everything. If this fails, then we should actually repeat the process. So we're going to say do, and then while, and then we have a bool find lock equals this while we fail to find a lock. Do this. Great, and this will just keep doing it until it comes out. Once it's complete, now we can take our value here and we can say this hit dot x and hit dot y. Unfortunately, we can't create hit like this, so we're going to pull it out, extract it. We're going to say raycast hit and extract it like this. And now we can say hit dot point, or now we can just add them together because it's a vector 3. Or actually, yeah, move to target only needs the point that we hit, so just be hit point. That's it. And set the state back to wonder. In move to target, let's set the state, AI state equals, and then command move. And honestly, this isn't going to do anything. It's just there. And then this apparently can be fixed. Oh, it can be moved inside the if statement. I don't know why I put it above. That makes sense. Okay. Wait. No, I'm confused. Why is there an if statement? No, that makes sense. Okay. So we have if we are idling, then we will do this. When we enter idle, let's make a function, a private void enter idle. Okay, we're going to say AI state is idle. We're going to say start coroutine, which is our idle. And yeah, that's it. Let's say over here, we're going to enter our idle. Okay, and then when we are done moving to target, we will enter idle again, but we're not quite ready for that. When we attack, after our attack completes, we're going to enter idle. Okay, but also when we try to attack in the first place, we need to command. So we need to set our AI state is equal to command attack when we're doing this operation in the first place. Fantastic. We have one more thing though. When they are moving to their target, they need to know when they have reached their destination, and unfortunately the best way to do this is an update. So we're going to say if, and then AI dot destination, and then where AI dot distance, remaining distance, is smaller than or equal to AI dot stopping distance, then we're going to set our AI state to idle. So let's say set idle again. Or enter idle. Okay. And before we do this, we actually need another check. We need to say AI state is not already idle. Or I guess only if AI state is moving. That's not true. It's if it's not idle. That's not true either. Damn it. Okay, we made this is bad. Because we need it to be both not two things. What we could do is like the way that the binary value, compare it like that, or that might just be the easiest way, is to do the binary way. So what I mean by that, if we have our wander and our idle, we can set this to be 1, where idle is 0, and then or I mean it's kind of cringe, but like shit, dog. There's so many ways we can choose this. I don't know. I don't want to choose it. I don't want to choose it. We want to cast to an integer and determine if its value is equal to. If we, okay, 1, 2, 4, 8, which is just binary increment. Okay, and we want to determine if we are equal to. Well, we can't just say if we contain 2. That's not going to be correct. Like the bit 2, because neither of these. Well, this one doesn't contain the bit 2. This is unfortunate. Maybe we just go for it and call it a day, because this video is getting long anyways. But what we're going to do, our AI state is not idle. If our AI state is not idle, and then what we can do is, I don't know, I would like to like pre-cache this and optimize it in some way, but I just can't think of it. Maybe because it's 12:41 and I have to wake up at 8 a.m. It's exhilarating stuff. Anyways, whatever. We're just gonna say if our AI state is not idle, not idle, and command move. Okay, what's it saying? Market its flags. I think that's it. I think that's it. Wait, but I did the wrong symbol. This should be or. So if this is 1 and the other one's 8 in binary, that looks like this. So both of them would look like this. And what we're doing is we're comparing the binary value of AI state, which if it was wander, it would be this. And if it was move, it would be this, which is neither of those. But we don't want to say if it equals, we want to say if we masked it and then compared this to 0. And then we might need to cast this to an int. No, do we need to wrap it in brackets? There we go. Okay, a little cringe, but there we go, we did it. This should work. I'm seeing a mistake, and I think I self-inflicted this. I think that we were entering idle an infinite number of times, and we had a memory leak essentially because of it. First of all, when we enter idle, let's say pretty much just like we would when we stop rotating. But we really only want this part. So when we enter idle, I guess we can just say stop rotating again. It doesn't really matter. And then what we'll also do is we can say that our I'm just thinking. We also need to say that our routine, state routine, is equal to this. Okay, so that way we're setting a new state routine. And then with this, I might have messed up the binary. So if our AI states is like 1, 0, 0, if we're idling currently, so it looks like this. Oh shit, I think I did do it backwards. Equals 0. Right, so if it looks like that, and the other one looks like this, because it's the combination of idle and command move, so 1 and 8. So it looks like this. And when you combine them together, you say and. You look at the mask. If our AI state is idle, then it's 1, and if it's not 1, or 8, then it's 0. That's fine. Or and. That's not good. I have an infinite loop somewhere in here. If AI state while it fails to find, oh no, it's that? While not find lock? Raycast from the top of the world down to the direction of 2000, because it's twice, not once. Oh man. Don't tell me that was it. 1 second. Alright. We're back, and hopefully now it doesn't just shatter. Oops. My bad. I hope I didn't crash too many people. Look, 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 they're all going! Look at them go! Move this way. Come to me, my minions. And then they get bored. Be free. Uh-oh. It doesn't look like they're getting bored. I don't know. They're very obedient. But if I was to attack... Oh, I did not... Oh, now they're moving. The heck? I pressed attack, and they didn't even bother attacking. Okay, that's actually a huge issue. They are not bothering to attack anymore. So much for being obedient. Okay, hold on, there's an issue. What we need to do, we have our spawn fireball. Let us move this bit, enter idle, to after you spawn the fireball. Okay. Then let's go back up. We have our coroutine, our AI state, and the AI dissonance is smaller than, let's add a print here. I suspect that this is the culprit. It's always the AI shenanigans that gets me. Maybe there's like a has reached destination thing that we could take advantage of, but I suppose we'll find out. Or perhaps I messed up the binary, because like when they wander, they continue wandering, only after they reach the destination, which is intended. 1, 2, 4. That's correct. command move. Did I make an oopsie and move to target? We set the state to be command move, and then we move to a target. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's remove collapse. Oh, yeah, it's plausible that some of them just are never reaching their destination because they're too thick. My bad. Press on him and change the nav mesh agent to have. Interesting. The stopping distance was smaller than 1. What if we put it to 2? Okay, it looks like I do not have enough permission to ask them to stop what they're doing and attack, which is an issue. And it also seems like clearly their moving position is underneath that range, but they are still not opting to attack. So there might be a problem with the binary. Let's print this. Wait a minute. Oh my god, I'm a dumbass. Command attack! No ways. If you caught that, you're a legend. Okay. God, silly mistake on my behalf. What we need to do as well, when we try to attack, we need to stop our destination. AI dot, and then destination. Or how do we stop their destination? Dot is stopped equals true. Let's just do that. And then when we press move to target, let's set it to false. I hope that isn't that bad on the computer. I don't think it'll be that bad. Like, all things considered, I don't think that that's bad. Sometimes you just gotta do the things you gotta do. You can't be stopped. Anyways, I tell them to attack, they stop, they rotate, they turn, and eat fireball, nerd. And then they go off and they wander again. They're enjoying life. And then I tell them to move. There you go. Yeah. Although they need a longer board timer, because that is not good. But that's it. Thank you if you watched all these videos. I really do hope that you guys felt like you learned something this semester. I did give it as much as I possibly could, given what I've been working with. But yeah, I feel like this is up to par and above par of what you would see at most universities for first-year game dev, especially. And I have seen other universities. So, your challenge will probably be to make this even more special. And hopefully you have an understanding of the code and you know how to do that. Yeah, you should see it uploaded soon.